Good evening, everybody. It's Rich with Rich's River Smokers, West Virginia. What we're gonna do with this video is we got a competition coming up in Hagerstown at the it's called the Interstate Barbecue competition in the backyard division. So it's ribs and chicken thighs. So tomorrow we're gonna do the thighs. We'll do the ribs tonight, leave them sit overnight like we'll do over there. So what we got here is we got some Hormel St. Louis style ribs. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get them, we're gonna get them patted up here, get them dried up, get them trimmed up. What we're gonna do is we'll take the silver skin on the membrane off. We'll trim up that meat flap. We'll get rid of this meat, this fat, and when we come back, we'll have these things trimmed up. All right, buddy. What we're going to do is we're going to go through this rack of ribs, trimming it, and then I'll let you go, and then I'll hit you back when we go to rub these things up. So what we're going to do, you see this meat flap here? We're going to go ahead and take him off of there. We want to get these things as clean as possible. Very clean. My knife skill ain't all that. Excuse me. But we're going to get down to that knife, get that meat flap going there. So sure your knife is sharp. Yeah. So yeah, all this is just dead rib here. Ribs aren't totally straight, but these are practice ribs. We got a case of ribs the other day, and we're gonna do a little practice on them. This is one of the practice runs we're gonna do. We're gonna get rid of this fat on the back side here. Of course, we're probably gonna get rid of that. So we'll leave that there. Now comes the fun part. Trying to get the membrane. This is always fun. Get a paper towel, get it started. Make sure you get it started though. Once you get it started and get it lifted off that first bone, most time it'll come right up. What you want to do is get it started, get in there and get a good handle on it. Get something wrapped up to hold down. And a little bit will come off. Let me go back in here. There you go. Membrane's off. So now we'll go get some smoke and some flavor into these ribs. They look pretty good. So what we're going to do, we'll flip these things over. We want them uniform as possible. That fat won't render down. I'll go ahead and get rid of it. This is just competition style. If I was doing these at home, I would leave that fat right on there and nibble on that little be burned up end over there. So that's a whole rib. Usually, sometimes you'll get a rib that's cut in half, because I guess from mass butchering, I guess. So sometimes you want to take them half ribs right off. So any fat you can take off, take it off. I don't know if I'll get my big old fingers down on there. Like I said, this is practice, folks. But we've got fat there. So, like I said, we'll go ahead and cut this off here. I don't know. We'll cut and flip them over. And I guess, I don't know. It breaks my heart to throw this stuff away, but I don't know what else to do with it. So we got some meat there. There's the bone. We'll leave that right there. We'll see how it fares for us. So you can be able to pull this chunky fat off. Best we can. Not all the ribs are going to have this much of a flap and a fat trim, but you wanted to get them square the best you can. Uniform. the best you can. Again, we're probably going to concentrate when it comes to cutting these for the judges. We're probably going to end up trying to use these portions. They're crooked, but the other ones I got picked out are straight, but it's the middle usually, not the ends. So this thing is trimmed up pretty good. We're going to go ahead and trim up the other one, and so we'll trim up the other one, get it looking just like this, and we'll get back to you when we rub it. All right, we're back. We got these things trimmed up pretty good. They're pretty even with size. Took some fat off of them, and we cut some of the ribs off. This one's a little thicker. I wouldn't use this in a comp really, probably because it's so thick, but the ribs are uneven. Some of them are thick, some are thin. So anyways, this is a test run, get our flavors down. What we're gonna do is a little mustard. I was gonna use like olive oil or something, but yeah. So we're just gonna put some mustard on it, hold the binder on. Actually, always do the wrong side first. So what we'll do is we're going to use a little river spog there. Our famous river spog, a little all-purpose. It's got a little black pepper, a little salt, a little from the garden's ingredients. Here's a little what we're going to do is little Malcolm Reed's Killer Hogs The BBQ Rub. This is one of our profiles that we're going to use, and it's not open. So, alright, so we're just going to give this thing a taste. This stuff's pretty good. Sweet. The herbs. Not much on the backside for its heat, but man, this is some good stuff. So we got our mustard down. We got our river spog down, and we're going to go ahead and put a little generous dusting of this on it. Normally I would cross a rub, but we're going to see. We did this one a long time ago, and it turned out pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and use it again. You can never put too much of this stuff on. Alright, folks. Alright, well, that's that one. We'll get this one finished up, and we'll get back to the other rib. We got a different rub we're going to put on that. Alright, back. We got the Killer Hogs on there. We're going to let that thing start sweating up. You can already start to see it sweating. Getting in there and getting happy. So now what we're going to do is on this one we're going to use Our Butts Are Smokin' Ozark Heat, and a little Our Butts Are Smokin' Butt Kickin' Chicken. So we'll get this thing started here, folks. Same as always, a little mustard. One of these days I'll switch it up, I promise. I don't know about all that.
Why?
It works. It works. Why change it, right?
Exactly.
Alright, folks, we'll get that on there. Keep telling myself I'm going to get some latex gloves. Use the hell out of dish soap. Alright, so we'll put some river spog on there, some of our all-purpose. Put that on there. What we're going to do is we're going to notice our butt kicking chicken. Everything I use, I'll put in the description box. This is your only chance. You get one chance to get the flavor on there that you want for the judge. For the judges. One bite. One chance to get it on there. So, we've never done a competition before. So, we're going to do a backyard, which is pretty simple. Well, it's easier than fort meat. But I'm sure we'll do those next year. I'm going to say, don't get too skimpy, don't get too heavy. This stuff here is pretty good. It's got the salt, it's got the savory, it's got the heat. It cooks up pretty good. The flavor profiles change. A little Ozark heat on this one. You can see the change. Look at the change. Look at that. That's probably a little
More coarse.
probably a little too much. But we'll see. Like I said, flavor. You got one chance. We got chicken thighs. We don't. That's the other half of the video tomorrow. We have 7 ingredients for that. So you got one chance to let them judges know that's going to be the best barbecue they eat. So we'll get this thing on the other side. We'll get it seasoned up the same way, rubbed up. And I'll get back to you when we put them to sleep for the night. We'll leave these things set tonight. We're going to put them on the cooker tomorrow. So, but I'll get back to you when we put these things in the pans for the night. All right, we're back. We got these things seasoned up pretty good. Look at the man, Killer Hogs are just making them ribs sweat. That's again, we use the Killer Hogs. I'll leave a link in the description box. And look at our butts are doing to this thing. It sure is pulling the moisture, making the thing sweat. Again, we used our butts are smoking butt kicking chicken. And then we used our butts are smoking Ozark heat. So like I said, we'll get these things wrapped up. We'll get them in the refrigerator, leave them set overnight. And we'll see in the morning when we fire the cooker up and we start prepping the chicken thighs. We'll see you then. All right, good morning, everybody. We have the ribs in the refrigerator, and today is day 2 of, say, the barbecue preparation for the KCBS backyard competition here in Hagerstown in the local area. Put the ribs on the rub last night. They're in the refrigerator, smelling great, even though they're covered up. What we got here is we got a pack of chicken thighs from Walmart. Nothing special, just some dark meat there. What we're gonna do is we're gonna make these things competition style. So what we're gonna do is you just take the skin off of these things. And folks, you're not really gonna believe how much disgustingness is in here underneath these skins. Just pull them off. What we're gonna do is lay that to the side for right now, because we're gonna do some doctoring on that. And you want to make your thighs as uniform as possible. So what we're gonna do is just take this piece of fat off there, and I know the Max wants it, but he can't have it. So then we just take the fat off, trim it up, make it uniform. We're gonna take that piece of meat off, make it square. Oops. Just make it square, as square as possible. Nothing that won't render away, cook away in time. So that looks about square. A little bit of fat there. The key for these is bite through skin. And some flavor. Just like with the competition cooking, you have one shot to show the judges that they're going to have the best barbecue that day. And yours is going to be the best. All right, we got it pretty square. Probably for government work. All right. So again, it's backyard. It's not like the Pro series where you have to be perfect, I don't reckon. But there's that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take this knuckle. We're going to take this knuckle off right here. I believe. No, this knuckle right here. Sorry. We're going to take this knuckle off here. What we're going to do is we're going to just trim down beside it without losing any digits. Just trim down. He's going to get down beside that bone. Nice sharp knife. And cut around it. because we're going to take it off. And usually you have shears for this, but we didn't make it to get any pair. So what we're going to use is a beat up ceramic knife from Walmart. Takes a little effort. So you just take it. Nice clean cut all the way through. What this does, it allows us to wrap the meat around the bone like that. You'll see how it comes together later. So, all right. Very tedious, folks. It takes a while. All right, now we got our chicken thigh. I think the way we want it there. It's pretty uniform. We'll wrap it. We wrap the skin back around. Now, is we make sure you have a sharp knife. I'd run it through the sharpener a little bit. Up on me. So, like I said, this is our first competition, and it's only ribs and thighs. So, it's gonna be fun. So, back to the skin. Here we go. So everybody knows that, you know, the backside of a chicken skin, you get rubbery, you pull the skin off. Well, they won't bite through skin. So what we're going to do, so keep in mind when you eat dark meat, you want to get it close to the edge of the cutting board. Make sure it's laid flat. How I started, because I'm not a chef, is I'll just take one side and I'll start like this. Then bend that fillet knife. They make them every day. Just make sure it's sharp. You don't want to tear any holes in the skin. Make sure your skin's uniform if your knife would cut it. It just tells you how much fat is on these skins. So here we go. We'll hold it. No, I don't know if we can. This one's being a little weird. Last time we did it was easier. But anyway, the best thing to do is just work at it slowly. Yeah. Make sure your skin's rolled fat. Your knife's got to be sharp. That's for sure. And just take that fat. It's tough. Without cutting a hole in your skin. I mean, he's got a lot of fat on him. Just take them. You know, it helps to have the roll. I mean, this knife is usually it's pretty sharp. This is a lot of fat on this one.
I don't think we've had ones that have had so much nasty stuff.
So make sure your knife is sharp. I mean, it's got some holes in the skin. Well, we'll cover that up. That won't even be noticeable when you're done cooking. But you don't want their big, you know, ginormous holes. Yeah. So you just kind of, yeah, make sure your knife is sharp. I'm gonna run my knife through the sharpener here. We're gonna do one of these for you. Show you how it's done like this. And we got a couple more to do there. And
another 7.
Yeah. The labor is worth it. Yeah, after you see the finished product and how much fat actually comes off behind the skin of a chicken, especially the thighs, apparently. Turkey, on the other hand, that's for another video. So you just want to, it's tedious, guys. Gotta have patience or super duper knife skills. I have neither. Well, get a little corner here. Should get it all off there. She cleaned up pretty good. There you go, folks. For you guys that love that thigh meat. There you go. One chicken skin and worth of fat. So, all right. We'll get these thighs broke down. Get these skins on the grates, and we'll come back to you. All right, we're back. Between me and Katie, Miss Katie, we got these thighs pretty trimmed up. It's hard to keep them uniform. They all have different sizes. So I guess, you buy a pack of 400 and you pick out the 8, 10, whatever you need, best ones. Here's the skins. We took the fat off the skins. So now what we're going to do is we're going to inject the chicken thighs with a little bit of meat church, chicken injection. So these things look pretty good. We got the pit firing up. And you just kind of, it's not going to take much injection. Now what we're going to do with these, injection smells great. You're just going to look at little spots and, go in from the side here and just kind of go in there, and it ain't going to take much. All I do is I go on both sides of the bone and I'll pull it out a little bit. You're going to get injection out. But that's what I do. I think it works out best for me is to just go ahead and go in on both sides of the bone there. Plump it up a little bit. A little meat church goes a long way, folks. Stuff's pretty good. Again, you only have one chance to let them judges know that this is going to be the best barbecue they're going to have on that day. So hardly use any of that. So, again, I'll leave the links in the description box. Again, it's Meat Church, www.meatchurch.com. And I use a lot of their products. It's pretty good stuff. In fact, I'm almost out of this chicken injection. And you just pull it out and let's get a little bit of flavor in there, folks. That's all you gotta do. You see them swell up. Hit that one good enough with the cartilage there, a little bit there. This is just practice, folks. I mean, we've never done a competition. This is going to be interesting. So, you just get her in there and get some flavor in there. I don't like going through the tops because there'll be injection holes. Yeah, pork and beef's different. This is competition. This thing is if you're looking, if you want to do a real good job on getting uniform pieces of chicken, maybe find a store that has uniform pieces of chicken.
Good luck on that.
Yeah, Walmart doesn't. Anyway, okay, so we got these injected. Now, Miss Katie, she has a knack for putting the dusting on the skin on the backside. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to apply to the back side of the skin, which we removed the fat from, little Sucklebusters Clucker dust. This is a 3 chili. It's got a lot of salt. It's heat. She's going to sprinkle the back of these skins, and I'll tell you why she's doing it. Here you go.
Thanks.
All right. Sorry about that, folks. Let me get the handle out of the way. All right, while we're doing, what we want to do here is we already removed the fat from the skin. Okay, maybe a little heavier than that. Well, now what we want to do is use the salt and the spice to pull the rest of that moisture out of these skins. They'll sit here for about an hour, and that's going to be it. And so she'll dust those up. We're going to go ahead and get these. We're going to get these in a bag, a 1 gallon freezer bag. And we're going to dump the rest of that injection there.
I have that here now.
Yeah,
So we get that done.
Sorry about the camera flipping, folks. we're gonna get a new camera. I'm gonna mention this now. I mean, I'm funny about donations, but I've learned that that there's people out there who want to see people grow. So I have a PayPal account that if I want to get a new camera, I'm using my phone. If you want to, I mean, I want the channel to grow. If you want to help it grow with me, I'm a non-profit organization. Donations are accepted, not expected, but you know they are accepted. So if you want to see the channel grow, get new sound system, you know, new camera, you know, new cooker. I only got 2 cookers now. So yeah, I'll throw that out there. So what we're gonna do is we'll put these in the bag. Put these in a 1-gallon freezer bag. The injection smells good. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and put the rest of this pour the rest of this injection in here. And we'll fold it down. And we'll let them get happy. We'll sit in there and put them in the fridge for about an hour and a half or so. So we'll get back to you. We'll put these in the refrigerator. We'll get back to you when we put the ribs on, because we got the cooker fired up and we got the ribs ready. They're just ready. They're squealing to be cooked. So we'll hit you up when we hit the ribs on. Everybody, we're back. We got the cooker fired up. Got 235 degrees on the cooker on Digi. Look at these ribs, man. This is the Killer Hogs, Malcolm Reed's rub. And this here is our butts are smoking, Ozark heat, and our butts are kicking, butt kicking chicken. So let's go and get these things on.
Smoky.
A little bit eyes. And these are our competition run for ribs. Them things are gorgeous. They clean up great. What we'll do is now we'll get the wood on. Ooh. All right, I'll get the wood on here and get these things underway. We're using our wild black cherry wood.
The best wood ever.
It seems that way. All right, there you go, folks. We got the ribs on, the thighs are getting happy, and we'll get back to you. We'll probably get back to you when these things bark up and we have to spritz them. We'll see you then. Everybody. I figured I'd come back to you. The ribs have been on for about an hour. Looks like they're going to go 2 hours. We're going to check them here in our 15 minutes or so. They were still wet about 45 minutes ago. But look at the skins. If you take notice, they were really fatty looking still. Maybe not really fatty, but they were a little moisture. Just get down there. You can actually see it pulling the moisture still out of some of these. And what we're looking for is still pliable. These things got a little bit of drying out. They've been out for about almost 2 hours, an hour and 45 minutes. Keep them cool. They're still cool. So what we'll do is, we're going to spritz the ribs. We'll probably get back to you when we do that. But I just want to show you the process of of the chicken skin, of how it just we're going to get down. We probably should get bite through skin, because we did it first time we ever did it. We did it this way, got bite through skin. Second time we sprinkled it, but we didn't let them set. We just sprinkled it, wrapped it, and cooked it, and we pulled the skin right off. So I'm confident this is going to give us to what we want. So ribs are going to get happy. We'll get back to you when it's time to spritz the ribs. All right, we're back. Ribs are getting ready to come off to go be wrapped, so we want to go ahead and get these things wrapped up and taken care of. So what we're going to do is we just pulled them out of the meat church injection, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to hit them with a little bit of Plowboys Yardbird rub on both sides here. We're going to show you how to do one, and we'll have to come back to you. All right, just do one side. Yeah, like I said before, you got one chance to get that flavor on there. So we'll put her on there. There you go. And let's see. I think it was might have been this skin right here. Look at it. Look at these skin things. Look at these things, folks. They've been sitting for a little about 2 hours. You can see right through them. This is what you want. We pulled the moisture out. Now what you do is you just take it and cover that thigh like that. Just take and tuck it, tuck the excess. Yeah, it's gonna look weird because obviously it's see-through. So this is one of the bigger chicken thighs. They're always the toughest one. So we'll tuck them the best you can. And what we're going to do, once we got both sides seasoned, we're going to come over top of that with a little Lambert sweet rub of mine. Everything I'll use, I'll put in the description box, link in the description box below. And here we go. Just dust that on top. Leave that sit right there like that. All right, that's how we're going to do it. We'll get these things seasoned up, dusted. We'll get them wrapped up, and we'll get back to you when we're done wrapping. We're back. We got these thighs wrapped up the best we could. They're going to look a little different. Obviously, they're going to look a little different here because when we smoke them, the meat's going to start cooking a little bit, and they're going to be introduced to some moisture, which will put the moisture back in the skin. And when the meat starts to cook, it'll also rehydrate the skin. These things will look a good sight different when they're done. So, all right. Well, we'll put these in the refrigerator, leave them set for a minute, and we're gonna probably bring the ribs off, and we'll see. All right, we're back. We're gonna pull these ribs off. I believe I got the color I want. Oh, there we go. That's the color you want right there. It's mahogany looking. We spritzed them. We'll go ahead and bring them off, and we're going to get them wrapped up. All right, we're gonna get these things inside, and we'll see you at the table. All right, we're back. We got these ribs. This is what you want to see right here. You pick them up, and you see the meat starting to come apart, starting to spread apart. That's what you want. So we're gonna do a little brown sugar, light brown sugar on the bottom. Just a little bit. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna put a little guave down. After we open it up, just put a little bit down there. Never used a guave before. I always used honey. But we're going to try guave today. So then, we're going to put a little barbecue sauce down. Don't drizzle it. Just give them, just give that nice flavor. What we're gonna do, is we put a little rub down. Okay. Put that meat side down. Right? And you come right back over top of it with everything. A little brown sugar. I don't want them sickening sweet. I like to have a little earth. A little guave. And a little more rub. And a little barbecue sauce. There we go. And now it's time to wrap them up. Meet in the middle with your creases. This is the easiest one for me. Meet in the middle. Hold it down. Again, this is how we're going to do them in the comp. I don't know about the flavors. We'll try the flavors out. Now, for our second rack, what we're going to do, this is the butt kicking chicken and Ozark heat. We're going to do the same thing with that, except we're going to use, instead of using the Killer Hogs on his, we're going to use Plowboys Sweet 180. It's good stuff. It has a peppery, savory sweet with a kind of heat on the back. I think it's really good. So we're going to try it on these here. So first we're going to put a little bit of our light brown sugar down. Again, don't want a sickening sweet. A little bit of guave. And a little bit of Plowboys. That's good stuff. And don't want to be too heavy with it, because we're going to sauce it with this when it comes out. If you need to get yourself a pair of these tuckers, these things are awesome. You can put a piece of lava in your hand with these things on. That is great. So what we'll do is meat side down. And again, a little bit of brown sugar, light brown. Start to get a little pullback on the meat, on the bones. These things probably gonna go a little bit because we got to put them in the bottom of the cooker. And a little guave. Okay. And again, a little Plowboys Sweet 180. Again, everything I use, I'll leave a description, link in the description box, and you can check them out for yourself. So get these things wrapped up. That guave smells different. Smell it?
Yeah, I can smell it's good. Different aroma.
You get a different flavor in that thing, man. Never use the guave. Always use honey. So what we're doing like this is we're going to call the seal. So then make it tight as you can so it doesn't have any steam pockets. And there we go. All right. We got the our comp practice ribs done. They're wrapped up. We're going to take them out, put them in the bottom of the smoker, and we'll hit you back when we put the chicken thighs on. Everybody, we're back. We just put our chicken thighs on the smoker. Let it come back up to temp. We just put some more fresh wood on. Get look at these things here real quick. They look like that now. We'll come on there for about a half hour. About a half hour, let them get a little smoke. And we'll put them in a pan, let them cook. And we'll get back with you when we put them in the pan. Right back. Our chicken thighs have been on the smoke for about a half hour. We're going to go ahead and take them off and put them in the pan. Let's get a look at these things.
Oh, those look good.
Yes, ma'am, they do. See how they moisten the back up a little bit. Wrap themselves around the chicken thigh. Not too shabby. Let's go ahead and get them in the pan. See how the skin just adheres itself right to the chicken. What we're going to do here is we're going to cook these to an internal temperature of roughly about 150 degrees. Alright, well, not supposed to touch, but in a perfect world, which we do not exist in, that one there, I knew that was going to be a problem with the skin. So, alright guys, we're going to go ahead and get these wrapped up in aluminum foil and get them back on the smoker, on the cooker, and we'll get back to you. We'll get back to you in a little bit. We'll see if we're either unwrapping ribs or we're checking temperatures on chicken thighs. We'll get back to you. Like I said, this is a practice run. We'll see you then. All right, everybody, I want to apologize. When I took the chicken thighs off the smoke and put them on in the pan, I was using this. If you wonder what the yellow stuff was, a Butcher Barbecue Grilling Oil Steakhouse. Just some flavor, some fattiness. It's good stuff. First time using it. Like I said, I put it in the bottom of the pan, and you put the chicken thighs on it, tent the pan, and it'll steam. And that's how it's going to work. Like I said, this is practice run for comp. So I'm a little wound, a little tight today. I'm a little nervous. One of the stuff that go good. So like I said, we'll get back to you here in a little bit. We'll probably be taking the ribs off, maybe a little bit. We're going to attempt the chicken thighs first, I think. We'll come to you back to you about another 45 minutes. All right, folks, we're back. The chicken thighs have been in there for about 45 minutes. We're going to go ahead and temp them. And how we're going to temp them is to a new Thermoworks Thermopop. I'll leave the description, link in the description box. Just turn it on. And we'll go in. I don't know if I believe that thing or not. Yes, I do. Well, looks like we overcooked the chicken thighs a little bit. These things are done. So we'll go ahead and get them aside. We'll get them sauced up. After we get them sauced up, we'll get back with you. All right, everybody, we're back. We're saucing up these thighs. So we're going to sauce these things up. Leave it set. What we did was we used a little Tennessee red sauce, a little butcher barbecue sauce, mix it together, man. Nice little sweet heat, nice little bitey. So we're gonna glaze these up. We're gonna go ahead and yank the ribs off, and we'll get back to you. All right, we're back. We just sauced the thighs. Now it's starting to get crazy. Now we're gonna, I think our ribs are done. We're gonna check them. Yep, I think they're where we need to be. Yep, I believe so. All right, so we're gonna get these things unwrapped. We're gonna get these things, we'll get these things ready for sauce. We'll hit you back when we sauce the ribs. We'll get these thighs off. These things look pretty good, don't they? Burn the shit out. All right, they look pretty good, don't they, folks? Look at that color. Mm-hmm. They look pretty good, except for that little thing right there. So we'll go ahead and get these inside, and when we get the ribs on the glaze, we'll hit you back. All right, we're back. We got the chicken thighs inside. Now's the time for the scramble. Turn-ins are getting ready to happen. So we'll go ahead and we're gonna use a little Killer Hogs The BBQ Sauce. We'll use some on the back side. Oops, a little much. So we'll go ahead and sauce that around. I don't want it real saucy. I just want to glaze it, as you guys might know. So we'll push it around as it like it. Just push it over there. At least these look good, don't they?
They do. I'm starving.
Yeah, the kids are starving too. All right, so we got that on. Now we're going to use a little Plowboys barbecue sweet 180 sauce on these ones right here. You see there's a consistency, real big difference in consistency. Big difference in flavor. This is less vinegary. Okay. Put a little sheen on this thing here. Like I said, this is my first competition run, folks, our first practice run, and we'll see how this stuff goes. And of course, the comp we won't have the brush strokes. I don't think we'll work on that a little bit. So, all right, folks. We'll go ahead and leave these things set up about 15-20 minutes. We'll get back to you. We're back. We got our thighs boxed up. Had a little blemish there, and the sauce got tossed before I had a chance to touch it up. This is our practice, our first ever competition box. First ever. I don't think it looks so bad. I'd eat it. I'd eat the shit out of it. So we got our thighs boxed up. We'll put those to the side. We have ribs to tend to. We'll see when we box those up. All right, folks, got the ribs off. Here they are. Boy, they look good. One of those things. Color I wanted. We'll see if it's the flavor I wanted. But first, most important thing is we're going to cut these ribs. We're going to box our box. We'll get back to you when the box is filled. All right, bye. We got our ribs done. Check these ribs out. That's our rib entry box, what it would look like. I'll work on some of the uniform pieces, but that don't look too bad. So, we'll get a look at these things here. Look at the smoke ring on those. Well, that stuff's good. Look at that. So we're gonna treat this just like we're a judge. We'll pop this box open. I got some good color. Of course, you know, this is just a practice run. And they're actually gonna grab it just like this. However, if the garnish don't stick to it, they'll probably bitch about it. But they'll pick it up either way. They'll pick it up just like this. Off their little table, they have their little table, little numbers and all that on it. They're going to pick it up and they're going to go like this. They're going to smell it, look at it, then they're going to take it and do the pitmaster privilege. Well, we got bite through skin, but the meat's a little... I'm not impressed with the quality of chicken thighs from Walmart.
Food Lion.
Food Lion, sorry. It's got a little heat. Sweet from the Tennessee red sauce we used. And some butcher barbecue sauce mixed together, man. That's sweet. It's got some bang. That's pretty good stuff right there, folks. All links will be in the description box. And now, I'm going to say because I had to struggle through that bite, that tough piece of chicken, could hurt me a little bit. But we'll see how it goes next time. We got a rib. If I was them, I'd pull this one right here because this one looks the best. Smoke ring. The color. Burgundy. Mahogany looking. Man, that looks good. Now, for the bite. Look at that. Wow. Wow. Wow, that's the Killer Hogs. No, that's but no, hold on, is that the...
That's the Killer Hogs.
Yeah, this is Killer Hogs. Thank you, baby. I'm sorry, folks. I'm a little stressed. This is high pressure to me. That's Killer Hogs with the barbecue sauce from Killer Hogs. And man, it's got a little tooth. It's just sitting there waiting for me to bite it. Here, babe.
No, I'm good.
Here.
I'll wait. I'll wait.
Oh, you'll wait? Okay.
I'll wait because everybody else is hungry too.
Okay. Oh, no, I'm the pig. I get to eat. Well, folks, there's my practice run on our backyard competition for the KCBS April 15th. Again, thanks for watching. I hope you didn't get too bored by all the intakes and stuff like that. This is very important to me. I want to make this good. So, thanks for watching. Subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down. And any questions you have, feel free to ask in the comments. And like I said, everything I used today, PayPal that I mentioned, again, if you want to see the channel grow, be great. Well, myself, I do have a job, I work, but unfortunately it's not $1 million a year. But however, if you want to help the channel grow as a fan base, by all means. Again, America, have yourself a good evening. And I hope this might help you with your competition you might be getting ready for. So, we'll see you. Alright, folks. I took a bite of the Killer Hogs and it was so good I forgot about the butt kicking chicken mixture we did. So here's that. Again, nice smoke ring. Nice color. Now for the bite. Nice bite through. Of course. Bite through. A little more meat on there. I'm going to say practice, but very good. Very sweet. and taste the flavor, the little heat from the Ozark, from our butts are kicking, our butts are smoking Ozark heat, and that's good. And pick up the smoke, very good. All right, folks. Thank you.